Welcome to another session of Endless Legend. We're playing the Necrophages, possibly the most powerful military faction on Endless, at least from the player's perspective. And we're laying siege to Green City over here, just because I want this Hyperium deposit and this Titanium... Mithrite, Hyperium. I can remember names. Oh, excuse me. I was trying to access this tab, and I forgot that I rebound the hotkeys. So it looks like we can't see the progress of the most powerful player, because we haven't met them yet. And with their score, it looks like we may have to put pressure on them sometime soon. Before we do that, we'll want to pick up this rare armors, which will help us generate top tier weaponry, well, reasonably top tier weaponry, by picking up Hyperium and Mithrite. And I think we should go for this because Hyperium and Mithrite are things we can buy on the marketplace. I mean, they won't be cheap forever, just because when you buy stuff on the marketplace, it becomes more expensive because because life. But there is a lot of it available, and we have a lot of dust income. So I think we can make a push to pick up powerful rare armors. And we have a lot of Palladian, so we can transition into Marvelous armors and Marvelous alloys for really strong Palladian or Adamantian weapons. I guess when we pick up the city, we don't immediately have to build those extractors, although it's possibly a good idea. Maybe I should move this proliferator over here, just so I can generate free units from that. Again, more units are better. I mean, like, obviously. Maybe I should have actually engaged in combat here. But I do like to attack precisely when I have the opportunity to use the proliferator and get more units. And my cities are defended. It's not like this army poses a huge threat to me. Okay, now we're in range, I think, so it's time. Let's move the proliferator up in the queue. Yeah, this is the ideal setup. You have an army and then you have proliferators coming in immediately. And they have no reinforcements, so that's great. Although, looks like they have an army here. It's kind of worrying, actually. I guess I needn't blockade them. But just as long as I have armies sort of sheltering our proliferator army, I think we should be fine. At the start of next turn, we can just attack this army again, force them to engage. Potentially I should just attack with this army, just to free up my powerful hero army to do more interesting things. Need to remember to keep activating the siege button, otherwise they can escape the city. Now here we're creating some basic units because... I just call them basic because, you know, helpful labels are, I think, good for me because I often forget what a unit was for. It's good to have, when you design units, if you have, like, a purpose in mind for them, then, you know, it doesn't hurt to just write that purpose as their name. Obviously, role-playing is important, and if you aim to have more fun than that, I would recommend just coming up with cool names, although I found that when I record, my creativity suddenly leaves, so, or abandons me, I should say. Oh, they moved. Interesting. Well, then we should pre-move so that we can shelter our proliferator from that 8-unit army. Our units are significantly better than Green's units, so I'm not actually worried. Move the proliferator up, and I have lots of Battleborn. I have some... This is a strong Necrodrone, actually. I want to move this up, then. Maybe it's going to be even better than the Battleborn? Potentially, although I risk losing Tianu. Yeah, let's just have Battleborn first, and the Necrodrones can come in after that. And Militia are kind of bad, so whatever. And here, they're attacking this army. And we're the overwhelming favorites, so we're just going to auto that. No reason to waste time there. Alright. We can just claim that city in one go. Our happiness is still good despite having claimed cities. As you can see, these recycled stockpiles are neat to have, although they're not as powerful as the stockpiles we get normally, because for some reason this organized labor and unskilled labor do not stack with stockpiles we get from killing units from a necrophage ability. Which is, in a way, kind of sad. I would have really liked to be able to break the stockpiles. I really love exploiting stockpiles. Probably I overvalue it a bit. It's just like it's a very cool trick, and I sort of figured it out on my own. I'm sure someone else has already had that idea independently, but I'm sort of proud of that. Well, sort of personal achievement, and also like I think it's really powerful. So I just like it when things work well with that. Actually, we could get a new hero for this new place. Yeah, we probably should. Ideally, we could have a Kapaku hero, because Kapaku heroes are excellent on lava terrain. Although they're not so excellent that they're irreplaceable, right? They're good, but they're not unreasonably good. Like, actually, we should activate our boosters. This is active for 5 turns. We can sell some Dust Orchid, and we're generating how much per turn? We're generating 7 per turn. Okay, we can sell quite a lot of Dust Orchid. Actually, we can sell 4 times 7, I think. We probably don't need more. Okay, here we can get a very good science hero. Another good trading hero. A good science and trading hero. This is more appealing than I thought it would be initially. Or we can get another Tinu. Obviously, Cultist heroes are good, but you need lots of levels on them for them to be actually powerful. And I guess maybe we should rather get another Weira just to make sure that city develops. Because I think the game is nearing its end. In like a very... well, obviously not very quickly, but it is getting to the point where things are starting to get critical. And that means we can't rely on another 50 turns happening, potentially, or another 100 turns happening. We have time to level up our heroes. If we're getting heroes, we want to get something out of them immediately. And we want to start putting the pressure on Light Yellow, which is over there, I think. So Light Yellow is our most dangerous opponent, meaning that we don't have that much time, because Light Yellow is ready... Sorry, Light Green. Light Yellow. Yellow is green. Is quite likely to close out the game relatively soon, which means that we have to be ready to move against them relatively soon. And we can choose whether to pick up this Marvelous Alloys first to get better units, but we don't currently have that much Palladium, or if we could delay that to get a Hyperium and Titanium extractor on a new region. And I think we should. I think these resources will matter to us, and they'll matter to us more sooner than the other resources will. Or the other weapons will. Reliquary of Auriga. It's 100 bonus dust and reduced military upkeep. How high is our military upkeep? I don't know what dust accumulative facility is. Our military upkeep is quite low. So Reliquary Tower is not that valuable. Mostly because we already have this cannon fodder. I guess if we get both, we'll never have military upkeep again. We can think about it. We can also think about this Throne of Emperors, which gives us 100 bonus influence per turn. Reducing the cost of diplomatic treaties is not that valuable, but extra influence is valuable for the nice influence bonuses. So that might be even better than 100 bonus dust a turn, or 200 bonus dust a turn. Yeah, look how much dust we have, like several thousand, and we'll have several hundred influence. So maybe this Throne of Emperors is actually worth getting. Where do we place it? Possibly here, because the extra dust towers are worth so much for us. Although the sooner we level that thing up, the better, so maybe here is best. Yeah, I don't know. It's possible that that's not a good upgrade. But we have the Hyperium and the Mithrite. Actually, let's see what military units you can build first. Maybe we should just do this battle first. Let me not get carried away. Let me fight the fight first, and then plan what to do with my military. So, what's nice about military in these economic heavy games, I guess, or economy heavy games, is that military is not just about how you command your troops on the battlefield, but also about how you plan your economy and how you ready your economy for your army production, etc. What kind of armies you can build, etc. So getting these strategics is kind of, I think, rewarding, because then you have better armies because you plan better. I think that effect is too strong though. Like, I'm going to put my units here so that we have a concave on them. So if they move up, we attack them with 3 units, they defend with 2 units. They attack us with 2 units, so we generally do more damage. So like I was saying, I do like that there are options to out-economy your opponents, which help you win militarily. I just think those are potentially a little too good. Like, good Hyperion weaponry will completely level the sort of vanilla weaponry, I guess. By vanilla weaponry, I just mean the... oh, as you can see, if they attack us first, we actually get a nice AoE damage bonus, which is pretty cool. I probably should have moved this army unit over here. I didn't think about that. Whoops. Well, we can keep holding position here, we can hold position after moving here. I sort of like... Wait. There. Move there. Keep these units here. Actually, we just move this unit over, and then we can keep this unit here as a reserve. And then we can just keep peppering the melee row, I think. That's fine. I was saying something, but I forgot. It's good that we hit this unit, make it unsteady. I feel like that's the hardest thing about commentating for me, is that I think it's quite difficult to think about your choices while also talking about your choices. It is cool in other ways, like it's very engaging. I have more fun commentating now than I have actually playing the game without commentating. It's kind of interesting. I guess it's just nice to feel like you're sharing knowledge with other people, you know? Or then the YouTube has like a sense of like achievement independently of everything else. Oh damn it, they're flanking us. Okay, this army should move over here and hit them, prevent us from being flanked. Same here. This army should just stay here. This unit has been parasited. We just want to make sure all units they're attacking us with are hit by proliferators, because that means they're going to do reduced damage because of the unsteady effect. Okay, this unit should move over here as well, I guess. Yeah, it would be cool if we had range units for this battle. And I think if we had a more open terrain, we would be doing way better. Because then we'd be able to exploit the fact that our units are actually a lot better in general. Although, in this case, they're outnumbering us, so we can use the concave to our advantage. And also, when units are bunched up, we can deal a ton of damage. And specifically, we can do a ton of damage with our poison here, or our disease. Because each time a diseased unit dies, it procs the disease on each neighbor. Or each neighbor that's not immune to disease, I should say. So, almost all necrophage units are immune to disease. I think all of them are, actually. Yeah, never mind. All necrophage units are immune to disease. And that's a big reason not to have any non-necrophage warriors in your forces. Like, if you pick a non-necrophage hero, they're going to get sick, unless they're really far range. But even then, there's some annoying things that can happen, and it's best to avoid that. Broken Lords are a cool faction, and I actually do enjoy playing them quite a lot, but I haven't actually gotten around to it. I mean, a lot of the factions that are left are factions I've intentionally not played yet, because I don't like them as much. So, yeah. I mean, I guess the main thing with the Volters and the Wild Walkers is that they feel kind of vanilla, like the best army... oh, did I put him on hold for some reason? Oh, this army is dead. The best army compositions for the Volters and the Wild Walkers are these sort of like heavy ranged armies with a couple of melee units in the front, you know. I don't like playing them as much. I much prefer to have these sort of nice, beefy melee armies with lots of movement. And then the movement really allows you to wrap around targets. I mean, not possible... well, it is possible for us to have a wraparound army with the Necrophages. Oh, sorry, I don't know where that noise came from. With our Necro drones, we can basically wrap around targets, which I do like, but obviously we can't make our Battleborn. I always love mousing over things and just finding out the name quickly. I don't know if you noticed that. It feels like... it doesn't feel like lazy, it just feels like a bit forgetful. So obviously the Battleborn are not cavalry units. They're not very fast. And we're just going to have to live with the fact that they are quite slow and can't really wrap around, and they're more like the sort of gum of the ground infantry units. And that's perfectly fine. But when I do have the option to it, I just love, like, surround strategies. They're so cool. Let's just hit this. No, this unit's already affected. Parasite, this unit's already affected. No, this unit isn't. We can just hit that guy. Alright. Bit of a roundabout way of doing things. Ah, no, it died. Never mind. I guess this guy will probably... nah, never mind. So the thing about Proliferator is its damage output is not high, because... not because its damage is low, but because it never hits. But even if it doesn't hit, it still applies this debuff, so... not a big deal. And very nice thing about the Proliferator is that you can give it a staff, and then it gives another random debuff. Normally support units are not that good, because they don't deal that much damage. But... in the case of the Proliferator, it has a very powerful effect, which is giving you free units, and then the extra debuff is just sort of free on top of that, you know. Proliferators are like disgustingly good. And look here, again, because of the Proliferator, we lost 2 units, but we gained like 5 free units, so we netted units in combat, which is like, it's just disgusting. I actually think this can auto. I think we're fine here. Yeah, we gained units. The units are destroyed. So I think we're just going to use our Proliferator army here to just put some pressure on green, chow down their armies, and then we can use our hero army maybe to scout ahead and try and find lime green. And once we have lime green is a nice word. I'm just going to apply this to the new city because its food output is low. Actually, the city's food output is low as well. So once we find lime green, we can build armies dedicated to destroying lime green. And that's going to be necessary because I think lime green is probably closer to winning than we are based on the scores. Look, when you play against the AI, the AI is always leading in terms of score, and their economy is naturally better than yours because they just have more points. That's how the designers compensated for the fact that they weren't able to create an artificial intelligence that could challenge a really good human player. Or at least... well, okay, I'm good. Like, I know self-praise is not always praise, but, you know, I've beaten this game on Ender, so I know... or from multiple factions, so I'm not bad. And I think... actually, here's another Hyperium deposit. That's juicy. So that means you always have to be aware the AI just outstripping you economically. Previously, I was thinking I could just play economically, but that was a bit naive, I think. And I guess recent developments have enlightened me. We should probably just attack this, and I think we can just easily win, so we should auto. Unless our Proliferator dies during the auto fight, but I don't think this should happen. I'm just going to actually keep stacking my Proliferator army. With Proliferators, you can build an army that's bigger than the maximum. And I think that's perfectly fine, because we're not going to win Dust Victory, I think. So we might as well just push forward. Just make sure we have maximally sized armies, and then we can put some pressure on dark green. And we just need these Battle Ball armies are quite slow, so we just prefer that they are able to like clog up this military zone and stop our cities from coming under attack. And we have some pretty good... Oh, we could have retrofitted, eh? Yeah, we have pretty good units except for this one drone. The one drone that couldn't. Anyway, I want to design some new units now. Now, Necro Drone is our best design because of how intrinsically fast they are, but also because they're fast in combat, meaning they can do a lot of damage. Rumblers are slow but potent, but their initiative is very low, meaning they're very vulnerable. Proliferators are good support units, but they don't need good weaponry to be good. Like I said, their value doesn't come from their damage, it comes from their free unit production. I guess foragers are interesting units. They're going to be better against range units because they have axes, but I guess we'll see if we need that. Actually, I wonder if there's a unit here that we can better use. It just depends on who we're facing. Like, this is a nice bonus, but we might need different unit types to exploit different weaknesses. Because different units can use different weapons which give bonuses against different types of units, you know. Like a staff gives infantry slayer. Alright, so we have a lot of mithrite and also a lot of titanium. Sorry, Hyperium. So, Hyperium claws deal maximum damage. They have huge attack, and mithrite claws grant extra survivability and a little bit of extra initiative, which is not non-valuable. Well, that was a very roundabout way of saying that. Mithrite helmets do bonus damage, so that's good. I guess we can just split it like this, and we definitely want this Eye of the Far Thinker. Being able to free counter is neat. And I think that's okay, so this is our aggressive unit, so I'll give it an aggressive name. If we are going for this kind of unit, well, actually, we don't have enough resources. What did I spend all my money on? Alright. So, I do think I want to be building some units in my production center, wherever that is. Where'd I have the most industry? The city is good for industry, so is this city. The question is, do I want this wonder? Do I want this wonder? I do want a lot of influence, I think. Which is my influence city? This city's not bad. This city's pretty good though. Maybe I just want this influence building. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more appealing it looks. It's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. Wait, what is that city called? Yeah. I think the way I'm going to try and win this is by supremacy. I want to knock out the capitals of every enemy. And once I've done that, I'll be victorious. And I also want to keep growing the population here. We have 19 population. That's pretty insane. Once I get the max population, or 30 population, I'm going to get beloved of the people. Which, you know, I do want to be beloved. And apart from the intrinsic value of being loved, I also want to get that nice little bonus. Okay, we can get rid of the basic unit here and get some really good unit, the Ravager. Or a really good unit. Nope, nothing changes. When nothing changes, everything does. Or when everything changes, nothing does? I don't know. Any of you Transistor fan people can let me know in the comments. I remember that was like the coolest thing about that game. That like underdeveloped philosophical concept, which yeah, it's cool, but it also like during the game you're like, what is happening? I do need to buy a lot of Hyperium. Potentially this is just a bad choice because it costs so much Hyperium, but it also gives me so much. And the next time we have 10 10-ish turns, we're going to get a lot of bonuses out of this influence stockpile. Empire plans are very powerful. So yeah, that's why. I'm making these somewhat odd decisions. We don't have any palladium resource production. Maybe we even have to... Oh, I mean, we don't have any to buy on the marketplace. We have a lot of production, obviously. Okay, I've got this Throne of Emperors. Reducing the cost of treaties is not bad, not bad. Not amazing, but it's not bad. I think I should get the Slave Driver, just so we can build units faster. Wait, did this thing... Okay. Item costs are reduced to normal. Yes! Does this thing cost the same as it previously did? I think we gain... I think it's better to just build it directly. I don't know. Alright, so finally unwanted oxidation has been cancelled. It's just auto for a powerful army. Yeah, we're nothing to fear there anyway. These cadavers will just be great for keeping the city's food production up, even if they hate us. We can use stockpiles to negate that dislike of theirs. I think we should just keep a proliferator in tow of our main army, just so we can just have that proliferator whenever we fight. It's just very valuable to have proliferators around. You stand to lose so much, and if you don't, I don't know. Or I guess you stand to gain so much, conversely, but it's like you lose opportunities. Now, how many capitals? Oh, I'm sorry. I always forget that I had switched that. It's better to be able to just click the button, but I'm so used to holding down FN to click it, if you know what I mean. And yeah, supremacy, there are 3 people with capitals left, including us. That means there are 3 people other than us with capitals left because we haven't met light green yet. So we really do have to meet light green and bring the fight to them, because if we don't put them under pressure, they're just going to run over the game, I think. And I think this because, unfortunately, my record... Look, a lot of the time when I play this game, it just inadvertently crashes, and I lose like hours or like half an hour worth of recording. So sometimes I have uncanny foresight because of that. So I can't see the future, but in case you were wondering. I mean, I guess I can see the future because I can play ahead and then go back. So. Let me see here. Alright, Kyrie's is getting a level. We got this nice regeneration upgrade. 2 nice regeneration upgrades. But especially this regeneration upgrade works in non-allied regions. I guess we'll go for extra health on our units because we don't want our units to die and they're likely to have good armor at this stage. And also if our units don't die, that means they're dealing extra damage. And every turn we can... I love the Kapaku. This is so cool. Unfortunately, I have to crush them yet. Whoa, they're pretty close to winning economically. They still have their capital. Always good to check. Nobody's close to winning on Quest, or Science, or Wonder, because those are quite far away. Diplomacy, we're not going to win this, but yeah, whatever. Nobody's going to win this very quickly. Actually, well, we can't. It's difficult for us to win diplomacy because we're the war faction. We can't actually get alliances. But oh, they have a lot of expansion. Yeah, that is a bit worrying. What is elimination? Destroy all other empires. Okay. Yeah. So we definitely want to close in on them. If we could catch their army randomly, that would be nice. I believe that is a quest hero. Yeah, I think you can only get her via the quest. Pretty cool. And I think I almost want to move my giant Battleborn army towards Lion Green. If we can get their main army to engage that army and just tank a few units. Not what does that mean to say? I mean just have them like hit it, and then that will soften their army up for a main army to defeat them. It's a bit elaborate, but okay. nothing wrong with elaborate plans. As long as you don't get too cute. Next time we get Rare Metal Foundry, and then I think we can just buy out the foundries here, get some native Mithrite and Hyperion production. Then we can swap our heroes, move, where is it? The Duke over, and with the Duke's mining skill, we should be able to increase our production of Palladian or Adamantium, and especially Mithrite and Titanium, Hyperion. One is blue and the other is purple, like, and I can't tell them apart. Okay, they have a lot of Stone Sentinels, and Stone Sentinels are immune to disease, which makes them naturally better against proliferators. So proliferators is going to be a bit less valuable here. Okay, they're closing borders, that's fine. I'll just open your borders by force, by attacking you. Like an ass. Let's just get the better weapons. Actually, we can think about getting this Guardian of Water. It is absolutely broken. But I guess I'll get weapons first, then pick it up. Guardian of Water is so disgusting. I'm not even sure what they were thinking when they designed that thing. Like, let's just make a giant thing that hits like a truck, hits multiple units. So strong. Like I don't understand what the like. Let's unassign this hero and assign our good Duke. And we can put Weira on this city, I guess. Or the other Weira. The main reason is that our Duke will improve our Hyperium and Titanium or Mithrite extraction. And the next level will get another half point per turn. And that's like... That's the main reason I like these Broken Lord heroes as governors, is the skill mining authorities. It's unique and it's powerful, and those are two things you really want on governors. Because you have the option of picking up lots of governors through the marketplace. So lots of governors will do similar things and give similar boosts, but I really end up favoring the governors who do something unique that no other governor really has access to, because those heroes are the ones you want to pick up from the marketplace before they disappear. We can even pick up Lord Patton, but we don't have much time to level him up, so... Okay, Gleka, gain another basic unit. Lime Green controls the ocean, so we should make sure we have some garrisons here just to protect our city in case they land some forces. We can also get the Coastal Battery to protect it from the coast. Coastal batteries shoot fleets that are nearby, and they can besiege you via the sea if you have a port. Or, yeah, if you have something like this. They can actually park their fleets here and besiege you if they have the right technology, so... It's not a bad idea to get that, and we can continue building basic units here. And here we got all the important stuff. Now we don't have enough titanium for new units, interesting. I mean, Hyperion. It's so nice that the stupid oxidation thing is over. We couldn't finish that quest earlier because of the closed borders. That is unfortunate, obviously, but yeah. Now, we actually know something about who Lime Green is. We know what kind of units they're going to have. They're going to have cavalry units, which are very powerful in my opinion. They're going to have infantry units. They're not really going to have ranged units. So we can change our slot to get a unit that's better than against cavalry. I don't actually know what this unit type is, but we can assimilate them quickly. See what it is. Delvers are infantry units with circular attacks. Kazanji are flying units, but they're quite slow. Well, they're slow in combat, but they're quite fast otherwise. I'm kind of interested in picking up either Ninja or the Kazanji. And also the initiative bonus could be relevant during our fights. Like, we don't need the economy that much, we want dangerous units in combat. Obviously the chain lightning effect of this unit and this unit is powerful. And the fact that this is disease immune actually makes me think about picking up this ended. They have low initiative though. Like, they have no initiative too, never mind. I guess I can just pick up a Haunt and see what kind of weapon it has. It only costs 15 influence, but we do need to check. Okay, what kind of weapons can they use? They can use big swords. Okay, swords will help us out a lot against... and they can use spears. Okay, I'm sort of sold on these now. Yeah, because spears will help us out against their cavalry units, and big swords will help us out against their infantry units. So, yeah, I actually think we want some ghosts now. Oh, yeah. What these things are, haunts. The animated remnants of ancient intelligences. Desires and purposes are unknown. Well, as long as their desires and purposes can be aimed at war, I'm fine. I'm just going to delete this. I don't need it. We would pick up more foragers if we saw ranged units, because axes are good against ranged units, but they don't have ranged units, unless they're building bad. In my opinion, the Kapaku support unit, like most support units, is utter trash, so we're not going to be worried about that. Anti-infantry. Actually, we can give it a cooler name. We could get a unit that's good against flying units. Oops, whatever. Now I have a screenshot for no reason. Do we want Hyperion weaponry? Or we have more Mithrite at the moment, so I think we should go for Mithrite weaponry. The difference is not that huge. They both deal a good amount of damage. This has better defense. This has better attack. So attack is obviously very nice, but so is defense. Do I want the bonus damage helm? Or the bonus health helm? The life doesn't appear to be that high, actually. These are quite similar. Yeah, very close. Now we definitely want the increased movement so we can reinforce the front lines faster. And then what else are we interested in? Bonus life is probably appealing. We don't want these units to die if at all possible. We can get advanced trinkets, but they'd be draining our resources, so we wouldn't be able to get as many of these units. Wait. Damn it, this is the cavalry slayer. Let's just give it the infantry and okay. Now the cavalry slayer will be effective against the very powerful Kapaku cavalry. The AI probably won't prioritize that unit, but if they did, we should be prepared. So. And also, it's so nice that these units are disease immune, because our armies use disease a lot, and it's one of our big weapons. But if we just if we lose our own units to disease, that'd be embarrassing, A, and B, not so great. Okay, let's get one here, and one here. And we can't get extra ones because of which resource? Dust. Never mind, that's not bad. Next time we can even pop an industry stockpile to make units appear faster. Let's advance our armies. Okay, there's Light Green's border. I think we want to move this huge army towards that. Even if it's going to take us a while to get there, because we don't need the huge armies to hold this region. We just want to make sure that we can traverse. We should actually link up our Battleborn armies, because we're relying on way less units now to hold back Dark Green. We just need to make sure we can move through Dark Green's territory, and if we... sorry, I forgot to post. I've been saying for so long that I'll turn off steel notifications, so you should probably not take my word for it anymore. It's actually just... Yeah, we can wait for the reinforcements. But the main thing is that I want to make sure I can just go through this area without having to capture these cities, because capturing cities will reduce our happiness. And it's also like a pain in the ass. I guess I can just capture this city and then capture this city, and then I have a highway into Lime Green's territories. That's not the worst idea. Okay, we get bonuses for being in alliances. Doesn't matter to us because we're not alliance friendly. Nice, we get even more Hyperion Mithrite each turn. So that's very nice. As you can see, we're gaining 2.5 per turn, and that 1.5 extra comes entirely from our Duke, so that's very good. That's a 150% increase in mining. Very powerful effect from a very powerful hero. Well, not very powerful, but that hero has one good effect, and that's it. I guess we'll just claim these two regions and then sue for peace. And here's also a Hyperium extractor, so there's a very real upside to doing this. It's just auto. I'm not interested in generating marginal bonuses on fights I'm probably going to win anyways. Okay, we should just auto this, I think. We have a lot of proliferators ready to go there, so we should even gain some... Never mind. But we did claim their territory, so that's good. Yeah, I just want to make this highway because I don't want to get bitten in the ass by green's reinforcement. So I don't want to have to commit units to defend against green. Now, the more I think about it, the less I want to do that. So, yeah. Initially, I was like, that was the plan, but now I've changed my mind, basically. We could buy new heroes for our cities. I don't see any real harm in doing that. Again, I'm gonna go for the I guess so. You can't go too bad with Cultist Hero. Cultist Hero is just so good. I don't need these public libraries. I should just focus on building up the city. So I should probably get for... the city design is once again very bad. Damn you AI. Your poor design decisions. I guess I can go like... I don't know. Place one there. Actually, I should activate these boosters in advance. After this, we can get a truce with Dark Green, and hopefully we can extort some resources out of Dark Green. This is not the morality game, okay? We don't actually... Oh, Dark Green has an army there. It's nice that we have Blood Crystal, because that's really good for combat. Oh wait, we can't capture the city this time? Looks like we have to defend ourselves with these basic units. It's harder to do than I initially thought, actually. I should probably have upgraded this hero. Yeah, this is potentially a bit awkward, because I've been so greedy. Let's see how good these basic units are. Should we flank them, or should we just hang back? That's the real question here. I'm feeling confident. Let's hit them with everything we got. Like, especially because I don't think these basic units have the attack twice effect, but they do get to spread the disease, which is obviously very good. Spreading disease is pretty good for us in the long term. I mean, trivially, but okay. We can hit that support unit if we cared about the support unit, but I don't think we do. We should probably just go here, and then we have sweep strike back in case we ever don't get to attack first. But no, that's probably unlikely. I should probably make sure my units are all on forest tiles if I can help it. Actually, with this unit, I should just go up to higher ground and try and get 3 hits off, if that's at all possible. We can go here and then go down there. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. It's a very nice trick of flying units. That sometimes they get 3 hits off. I don't know exactly how it works, but... Sadly, militia are like very vanilla, and they're going to get disease for us. I mean, militia in general are just super vanilla in this game. Yeah, I feel like we should be able to hold. Especially since we have an extra bug unit. Just go down here, hit this with this, hit this. Move the bug here, we should go to hit that. Yeah, as long as we don't lose a hero. Losing a hero would be very embarrassing. Yeah, our basic units are quite strong. Maybe I was wrong about needing to make peace with this faction. Although the resources we gain from peace might be valuable. Like if we randomly get extra Hyperium and Mithrite, we'll be very happy. Or even just Palladium and Adamantium. That would just be good. Okay, you hit that. You can hit that character. They can just kill this, I guess. I can actually kill this. Ah, whatever, it doesn't matter too much. The tides have really turned in our favor here. As you can see, casting units not very powerful. And the nice thing is, if we kill their armies that are invading us, we just randomly gain extra food stockpiles. Again, those food stockpiles aren't broken. Probably a good idea from Bannon's perspective. I'm very sad because I love exploiting stockpiles to the max. Yeah, this should be over very quickly. Go buggers. Yeah, actually, these basic units are better than I realized, and that makes me want to put all of our armies into the attack. Because if we do that, we're getting access to units which would otherwise be on the defensive. And that's not actually... That's actually a substantial gain, to be honest. They gain the level. Just keep upgrading the basic thing. I guess I could have gotten the anti-winter thing. Would be neat. Yeah, retrofit that unit. And just crush them. Auto mode. Yeah, they even ran away. I'm just slowly moving my sluggish army forward. Pretty soon we'll have marvelous alloys and armors. Which will be, you know, obviously marvelous. I think I'll just use my stockpile here to just generate an army. And just keep pumping the food on the territories which are unhappy because of ownership. Oh, it looks like stockpiles are not actually doing as much for us as I expected. Interesting. That's kind of sad. But also, yeah, I can live with it. Should probably get one cavalry stay here. Cover our bases. We can't really... We can spend dust to buy out those units faster. I mean, mercenaries are not good, I don't think, in general, but... spending dust to buy out units is pretty cool. I could have had the city 1 to turn if I'd managed that better, by the way. It's just a weird way the game works. Yeah, I think we just get this. Not bad. Build more basic units here. Or even really good units, actually. Now, the question, like, why not? You answer the question. Why not? You answer the question in the sentence. You killed some units for free. Didn't actually get any more battleborn, but okay. Let's just auto this. Nah, wasn't that good. Okay, we finally claimed the city. Let's negotiate some terms. They should be exhausted about this war. Okay, they don't want to give us actually good upgrades. That's kind of petty of them, I think. Why like this? Okay, we can get resources from them. What did they have access to? Not that much, it turns out. Pearls are less good now that we've already done the stockpile trick. Moonleaf is okay, blood crystals are good, gold, wine. I guess I'll just take their strategics. Gives up back some palladium. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I think strategically it's a good idea for us to be at peace with our neighbors. Even when we could fight them off, we're losing a good chunk of units. Like, opportunity-wise, we could have a lot of units on the front, which are not on the front. Like, even though they're all basic, they're still pretty okay. Okay, we could just build a burrow here, it's faster. And get an extractor. And we build a burrow, we could build a burrow there as well. And also Pixie Blood. Pixie Blood is not the worst. Not the best, but not the worst. We could buy more heroes if we thought that mattered, which it probably might. This region I probably want to expand my city a little bit. Should probably just build that thing there so I can get that Quicksilver deposit. Yeah. So our happiness value did plummet, but we do have a highway right into Light Green's territory, so upsides and downsides, obviously. Increase the Empire's influence, okay. Move here. Move this army here. Yeah, we are gearing up to attack Lime Green. They have very high economy. This is very dangerous, I think. We have to attack them now. And their expansion status is very high. We could actually get a lot of wine. Maybe we should have traded for wine with the Broken Lords. Because we were sort of in need of bonus happiness, although we have a bunch of extractors which I've yet to deliver, so... yeah. Not the end of the world. Although it costs so much more to get these boosters active now. That is unfortunate. Large chunk of units here. Yeah, I think we should just combine these armies here. I just feel like this city should be our unit production center because of the flat unit production bonuses given by, well, the percentage unit production bonuses given by feats on burns. Even if it delays our other quests, like, unit production is paramount at this point. Once we start winning the war, we don't have to focus that much on it. But for now, we should probably get one cavalry there. And probably a Ravager. Yeah. We can also sell a lot of this if we want. Just for extra dust. Now what do we need for them? We need more Mithrite. We should actually get more Hyperium so we can just build that super... Once we have this, we want to get the Super Guardian. We should probably get the Super Guardian right away, actually. I'll go back for that. Because the Super Guardian is... it's super. It's just so good. Building that thing will be a bit of a mission, but okay, it's definitely worth it. And I don't even know if we could beat it if we met it on the field. Like, it's just so poorly balanced. I don't like it. I mean, I like overpowered things, but that's a bit too much, even for me. We probably have enough proliferators, we can just construct more basic units everywhere. We should make new armies everywhere we can. Now, ideally, we find lime green's capital, and once we claim the capital, we have the opportunity to win a supremacy victory. Doesn't mean we're going to win it, but the hardest capital to claim will be claimed. We just need to find all these capitals. We might want to do map exchange of other empires to do that. Yeah, cool. Can do map exchange. What are they worried about? Yeah. We can't do diplomacy. Damn it. Oh well. So I think next turn we just roll across the border with this massive battleborn army. They do 100 damage. Nice. These battleborns are legit. They're never terrible units, which is kind of surprising for summoned units in strategy games in general. They're never that bad. So, yeah. They have the potential to be extremely strong. Approval is not the greatest, but that happens when you invade other territories. I mean, not just in general, but yeah. Okay, now we have a pretty powerful army coming as backup. Can move these armies forward. We have a pretty weak army to support. I guess we could put the basic units as part of this army. It's gonna make them a little bit weaker, but... Well, they'll have weaker units, but they'll still be better in general. And I think we just cross the border now. We have the blessing of the Endless. And I think we should just pillage. We could stand to gain valuable resources. We don't have that much else to do with our armies on this turn. Actually, we should probably pillage the Hyperion deposit. We don't have to. We could. Maybe we should do it here. Get some Hyperium. I should probably save my dust for buying out units in particular. Although extractors are obviously good to get sooner rather than later. Yeah, I think our happiness is just low because of having cities which hate us. Although our medium happiness cities are not doing super well, so... Yeah, at least we're still happy, because happy is really the threshold where we want to be at because of the wonder. We have a bunch of wonders which actually matter for us, maybe. We can get die. We don't have die currently active. Nope. Could get that. I think I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, yeah. Get some blood crystals as well. Trigger that effect now because blood crystals are very good when you're attacking, obviously, because they give you bonus attack, effectively bonus damage on your units. It would be nice to know where the capital was. Or even where Dark Green's capital is. Like, where did they come from? The military upkeep is still not even that high. I guess I can scout around before they close borders. Oh, here is their capital. Oh, I'm so dumb. But we can scout in this direction, see if light green's borders are somewhere here. I should actually see who is all at war with them. Let me switch around. They're at war with us and dark green. Which is good, actually. We look pretty cool. Like... It's like some shady, dangerous character. which is make sure armies are moving on the intended courses. We've already claimed Orange's capital. So we know where Dark Green's is, and we don't know where Dark Blue's is, but okay, that's fine. I think we'll just wait for our good army to reach our position. Oh, well, we don't have to start pushing right away, but maybe it's good to push soon rather than later. A couple of turns we pick up Neros, so that's going to be great. Or at least we can start building Neros. I don't have any stockpiles, so Neros might be... Oh, never mind. Speak of the devil. Hopefully we gain some Hyperion from that. Yep. Not that much, though. Oh. Okay, we're gonna move our sluggish army down here. They siege the city, I think. If only to disrupt them. Okay, they're engaging us here. We should probably fight them, just to see what their army is like, how powerful it is, etc. If we lose Battleborn here, I don't really mind. And also, we have our proliferators here, they're very valuable. We can't afford to lose them. I can move the proliferator here, move this one here, and then everyone else can just advance. Normally, them crossing the river of fire would be super bad for them, but they don't care about fire because they're Kopaku, so... We do, though. Or do we? Yeah, we do. Yeah, it doesn't look like their armies are that powerful. I think we can take them. Or at least, maybe this is their BT army. It's kind of awkward that our units are so good now that that our Battleborn are so good that they are faster than the proliferators. It looks like the fire damage is not that bad. Yeah, it seems like the Golden Riders aren't so powerful that they're just gonna crush us. Again, this might be their BT army, so... Golden Riders, as you can see, can do stupendous amounts of damage in a circle, so they're very, very, very good. We're not really losing units here. Because we're gaining units back via proliferation. At least this army of theirs is not very impressive. Although the AI is likely going to have tons of armies, this might not be their main army. Or even one of their main armies. Although the more of their armies we can kill, the more leverage we'll have if we want to declare a truce after we claim their capital. It's all fine and good. Yeah, so this is a bit of a whitewash. They used to do a lot of damage, but so do ours, so... Yep! We got them. We could claim a lot of their territories, but that doesn't actually do much for us, except stopping them from winning. But we can grow our armies and our resources in the meantime, so... That's not bad. We just need to find their capital, wherever it is. And also Dark Blue's capital while we're going on it. It looks like Dark Green is actually hunting Lime, or it has armies in Lime Green's territory. Potentially that's very good for us. Because, you know, a divided enemy is, I don't know. Look, basically if they have two enemies to contend with, that's better for us. Although we're not opposite them or anything. We should just move this scout through as quickly as we can. We haven't produced any new units. Actually, we have. Right, where's that army? Just continue with our scouting policy, I think. Dark Green is currently a truce with us. They can't actually do anything nasty. We could... No, we can't... Oh, this is a building. Oh, it's a watchtower, yeah, actually. So we can't actually set that on fire. Let's move forward with this army. And we should, I think, just besiege. No, we can't. Da 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 da. The Broken Lord's theme is epic. Alright, we have Neros now. I actually forgot about this completely. Neros is sickeningly strong. This gives Infantry Slayer 4. This gives, what does Damaging Charge do again? Bonus damage of movement unit moves. I remember this. This does more damage to infantry, but also the ability to increase, like 50% more damage to infantry, and it has a little bit more damage from this, right? But this does potentially, like, easy does 50% more damage in general if the unit moves, and we have like 6 movement. How much movement points do we have in battle? No, we have quite a lot. I think this is probably a bit better. And also gives us more survivability, when we don't actually need that much attack on this thing. Although having this much attack is very nice, actually. Maybe attack is more valuable. Although we have so little defense, actually this has to be better. What does Shed what does Intimidation Aura do? Minus initiative for adjacent opponents when attacking and defending, okay. Glory or Death, we gain a bonus per adjacent enemy, morale. And we get, okay, Glory, that has to be good. Alright, let's build us a Neros. And we should get a stockpile to help us with that. God, Neros is so powerful. Prepare for the Neros. Let's get that so we can get the upgrade sooner. Warrior needs some food. Yeah, we're getting Neros in a turn. Disgusting. Neros fiddled while Rome burned. Neros fiddled while balance burned, more like, but okay. %50% of all colonized regions. That's not bad. It's slightly not bad. It's marginally okay. But you'll get a warrior though. Guess we can keep building our districts. Doesn't actually improve our happiness by any amount. If we triangulate, we have to do it like this. This district is just oddly placed. I think it's okay. Now we have all the military upgrades we need. And this episode has kind of gotten quite long. We can get some happiness upgrades, and probably that's not a bad idea. The flat bonus from this is probably pretty sound. Yeah? This is also a great there's so many great upgrades in this final tier, but I guess I need some happiness in my empire. Hopefully we can activate a booster soon, yeah. Let's just get the happiness upgrade. And actually we can get some pretty strong bonuses here. This is actually quite a good... let me take that Art Council back. Alright, so this is quite a big decision. What are we going to do with this? We can maybe go for all the military, all the movement. Even if that gimps our trade and our production a little bit. Probably I'm going to go for something like this, just to make sure our military is as powerful as possible. And when I do, I think I'll be prepared to bring the fight to lime green in the next session. We also want to keep scouting, so if we find their capital, we can just beeline straight for that and win that way. I should probably just move my good army down here, just so we can be ready to meet this army in battle. Yeah. Oh, they have a guardian. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so things are sort of reaching a critical point in this game. Fortunately, supremacy games are quite interactive in the end game. You still have to you have to fight your opponent to try and win before they do. Unlike economic games, where the game tends to become less interesting the longer it goes on. which is pretty cool. I like playing economic games because I'm sort of filthy degenerate, filthy degenerate in that game. In that way, I just like building up stuff and then like slowly destroying people. But for the time being, or this time at least, we're going to be playing a more interactive end game. So tune in for the next time, or tune in next time for that. Also for me misspeaking, that's I think my trademark at this point. I'm again really happy to bring you content, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy watching these videos half as much as I enjoy making them. So I'll see you soon, and we'll complete our Necrophages playthrough. I'm not sure what other content I'll do on this channel. I feel like I want to add something new because it's sort of getting to the factions I like playing the least. So I feel like I might get burned out because of that. I've been thinking about different games to try, although I'm not sure which I should. So give me a shout out if you have suggestions. And I think next time I might do a challenge run to spice things up, maybe like or maybe like a bit of a meme run even. So look out for that on the channel. See you soon, and I hope you enjoyed watching.